I'm Luann. Welcome to the Woman to Woman Show, and I am so excited to welcome Nicole Thompson. And you are a foster parent recruiter, is that correct?
That's correct.
Washington County area, but you kind of help everybody. And I'm so excited. You are going to tell us all the goodies we need to know about becoming a foster parent. And I especially want to talk about why the people out there that have never thought they would want to learn about this should call and say, count me in, sign me up, whatever it is, do it. And that's the kind of call you love to get, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, welcome. And, I just want to start by asking you probably the obvious question. Is there a need for foster parents in Oregon, or have you got so many you're turning them away?
Well, thank you for asking me an easy question up front. I really appreciate that.
I know.
We absolutely have a need for foster parents throughout Oregon. We have a large number of children who enter foster care each year, and due to a lack of foster parenting resources, we end up moving children out of their communities, away from their families, and sometimes we even end up separating siblings from each other, which is not...
Oh, no, that would be the worst.
Yeah.
So you don't like that to happen. Well, I know a lot of people that I've talked to said, I've never even thought of it. I've never even considered it. Mm-hmm. And that doesn't help these beautiful children that are waiting, and you want more people to consider it. So I know some people think, what qualifies me? Do I don't make much money, or I work, and things like that you hear all the time. Mm-hmm. Do you have to worry about how much money you make, for instance? Do you have to, have a big income to be able to do this, or?
Right, excellent question.
Yeah.
People do not have to be rich. They do have to cover their basic expenses on their own, without the foster care reimbursement being the thing that covers the costs of day-to-day living.
Yeah,
because the
makes sense.
intent of the foster care reimbursement is to help cover the basic cost of care for a child.
Right.
So we do have foster parents who work full-time. We have foster parents who work part-time. And we have some who work from home or in offices. It just,
So you
depends.
should never assume, I'm sure they wouldn't accept me because I live in an apartment, or I've been recently divorced, or I don't make much money, or I work, or I don't work, or whatever the case is. You should never assume you won't qualify. You probably will, and that you want to hear from everybody, right?
We do, and then we can talk to individuals about their specific circumstances to make sure that they do qualify before they start.
How
classes.
about if I decide I want to consider it? Is there any cost to me if I wanted to sign up?
No, you're a great question.
Well, I'm sure everybody has these.
Sure.
Yeah.
No, there is no cost to find out about becoming a foster or adoptive parent. There's no cost to attend orientation or training, and there's no cost to have a home study done through the state of Oregon.
Excellent.
So.
Because I bet a lot of people kind of thought that there would be, and just say, I know there's probably a home study, and I know there's probably classes, and I really can't afford that right now. So I'm glad you said zero cost to the foster family.
Correct.
To do it. Okay, that's good. How about, do I get to kind of say what age child I would be willing to do? I mean, can I say I only want a newborn, or I only want a 7-year-old, or do you work with that?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. So we work within the family dynamic, and we part of our foster home study process is to connect with families, find out what types of children they're interested in caring for, the ages, the genders, are they willing to take sibling groups, and we really work hard to match our placements. So match the child's needs with the foster parent's abilities when we make our placements. And we don't just drop kids on people's doorstep. We call first. We talk with families about children, what the information that we have at the time about their needs, and let families consider whether or not they're going to take that child or sibling group into their home. So
I like that. So let's say you want more information and you think, well, maybe I might be interested, and I go ahead and take some steps and give you guys a call, and you're not like, okay, now you have to do it. If you decide, oh, I think I better wait, or it's not right for me, it's not like you're stuck if you make the first inquiry.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right.
Because, I mean, we just want people to just take that first step, right? I mean,
absolutely.
There's a lot to learn, and I'm so excited because you brought these most adorable pictures. We get to see these children, and I haven't even heard the stories and their names yet, but we're gonna show some of the beautiful children that you are involved with right now, and they're so adorable and they're so precious. But I just wanted people to kind of get the basics of what's going on. And the last thing I guess I want to talk about is we're going to run the number on the screen and the website, but we'll say it. Let's say, is it fosterOrAdopt.com?
Correct.
That's the best place for people to start, baseline, getting information. And then the phone number I've got here, 1-800-331-0503. And that takes people to another place to go for basic information where they can, and this is through all of the Portland area you're talking, or
all of Oregon.
All of Oregon. They'll take care of anybody that has a question about that. Okay. Well, if it's okay with you, I'd like to start looking at these adorable children. Now, these are children that are eligible for adoption now?
Correct.
They're all, okay. And if somebody wants more information on one of these beautiful children, they would call this number?
Correct.
All right. Okay. Who are we going to meet first?
Well, let's talk about Kirsten first.
Okay.
So Kirsten is a 12-year-old with beautiful long hair and a gorgeous smile.
Yeah.
She loves to read, watch movies, and talk with everyone around her. This is great.
Oh, yeah. I think I could relate. We'll have to have her on the show.
She tries very hard to please everyone that she comes in contact with. She's got a very friendly and bubbly personality, and she really, really would like to be a teacher one day.
Oh,
so
I bet she will.
Yeah, I think so. And she'd love to be in a family who likes to spend time together and to talk with each other. And she'll thrive in a family that can match her outgoing personality. So,
oh, I think that's great. She's beautiful.
She is. She
All
is.
Right.
So shall we meet a couple more great kids?
Who else?
Let's see. Let's talk about Caleb next. So Caleb's 10 years old.
Yeah.
He is pictured here with his favorite pet lizard named Spencer. Yes, he's a cute one. He likes to play with his Nintendo DS, and he's very creative with Legos. He just loves those.
Yeah.
He participates in gymnastics. He likes to ride his bike and to swim. He's a very active young boy.
Yes.
He just learned how to play baseball, so that's pretty exciting for him. He has expressed an interest in learning to play the violin, and is a pretty artistic young man.
Wow.
So, Caleb needs parents who are willing to take the time to work with him and advocate for him. He's going to enjoy a family who's very active and likes to play games, and that would support his love of animals and, of course, his pet lizard.
Oh, of course, the pet lizard, kind of a package deal with Caleb. Okay, got to have some animal lovers there.
Yes.
All right. Well, I know we have more kids, but I don't want to run out of time before we take a break. But before we do, I just want to double check with you. Real briefly, I know you have so many stories, but how much of an impact does it make on these kids when somebody, a wonderful, loving family comes into their life?
When they're in foster care, it's an amazing opportunity for kids and for foster parents and their families to make a difference and help children feel safe while their parents are working on the issues that brought children to the foster care system. So it is amazing. I've worked for the agency for a lot of years, so that I have a lot of wonderful stories about the different ways that foster families have impacted children.
Oh, I bet.
And so,
yeah, and you know, I'm so glad that we're talking about it, because it doesn't get talked about enough, and you have wonderful stories, and I know, you know, if you didn't care so much, you wouldn't be here on a Saturday. And you know, it's just amazing. And we're going to take a break, and then I hope we get to meet more kids, right, when we get back. Yeah, okay, so don't go away.
I won't.
We'll be right back.